Maybe the fourth time is the charm. This has been a little crazy. We're gonna hit record on the iPad here and we're gonna get going. We're factoring by grouping, and this is our equation: 12x cubed minus 9x squared plus 4x minus 3. And this is how I like to factor by grouping. I like to take the first two terms and separate them from the last two terms, because then I can factor out the greatest common factor in terms of my like x or my variable. I'll put it that way. So with 12x cubed and 9x squared, what we're trying to do is pull out a greatest common factor so that we can set up two factors that really make sense here. And here it is. 12 and 9, greatest common factor is 3. X cubed, x squared, that would be x squared. And this leaves us, when we divide that, right, 12 divided by 3 is 4, x cubed and x squared just leaves me with x. And the same thing with negative 9x squared divided by 3x squared is just 3. On the other side, we have 4x and negative 3. Well, there's nothing really to fix there. There's nothing to pull out. There's no greatest common factor. So I'm just going to hold my my place there with a plus 1, and I'm going to write my 4x minus 3. And here's where it gets delicious, all right? 4x minus 3, 4x minus 3. This allows us to factor by grouping. This is how you know you got it right, when you have the same factor in both locations. So our answer is 3x squared plus 1 and 4x minus 3. This is our answer. But you might be like, how is that my answer? Thank you for asking that in the back there, Susie Q. I appreciate that. Let me explain it to you. If our two factors were x minus 1 and x plus 2, what we would do with that is we would take this x and we would multiply it, right, to distribute. So, and then we would take this, let's do it in green, this negative 1, and we would multiply it. Well, it would look like, when we distribute, x times this factor and minus 1 times the same factor. Well, this setup is what we had right here. Now we were just breaking it down instead of, going forward, if you will, and continuing to distribute. We were undistributing, right? We were breaking it back into that factor. So we took this and we broke it there. That's factor by grouping. Let's do another one. Let me get your hands fully into this, and we'll rock it. We got 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x plus 15. Again, my favorite way is do the first two terms together, do the second two terms together, as long as they're in order, right? But that's why they're the way they are. And let's factor 2, 5, there's no number there, but x cubed and x squared, we can take out an x squared. So I got 2x plus 5 in that one. And for the 6 and 15, 6x and 15, we can't take out an x, but we can take out a 3. So if I take out a 3, take a positive 3, I'm left with 2x plus 5. And guess what? It has landed the way it's supposed to land, 2x plus 5 in both spots. So we have our answer, right? We take x squared plus 3 and 2x plus 5. That is our factored out form of this guy. Catch you next time. Thanks for sticking around.